Good morning.
Morning, Your Honor.
Morning.
Morning.
Who am I speaking with there with the flag? What's your name?
Jerry Farler.
All right, let me give you a name. Mr. Barlow, what case are you here on?
Let's see it. It looks like it's file 23-461 GC.
Oh, that's not set until, I'm not sure what that is. Let me bring Mr. Rognus in, Cody in. What's your last name?
Farler, Farler.
Good. Yes, we've met. Good morning, Andrew.
Your Honor, I don't know that this is actually set today. Michelle called and asked about this date, but I think she actually got it set for, might be sometime in September. Yeah, I think it is September 11th at 8:30.
I think you're right. So let's take a look.
Although I do have one question.
All right, give me a minute here.
Sure.
Yeah, Mr. Farler
Yes,
and Andrew, you're both here. Today is August 11th. That matter is not set until September 11th.
I apologize, sir.
Well, no need to apologize. Andrew, you want to talk to him in a breakout room as long as everybody is
Mr.
here?
Fowler actually came in the other day and we talked for about 15, 20 minutes. I don't anticipate necessarily it's going to get resolved, but the pretrial order that you did, that's kind of confusing. It says discovery pursuant to the court rule, and the court rule says you only get discovery with leave from the district court. We filled it out, we asked for leave, and then you got the one that's setting it for September 11th said leave is now, or discovery is now canceled.
Well, we can address that, but
Yeah, this is one of those.
I don't know why everybody's here today. I've got other stuff to do, and this isn't set for a month. So if you guys don't need to talk, I will see you on September 11th and see what we can accomplish at that point. And Andy, I'll see you in a bit with the Country Hearth cases, but Mr. Farler, you're good to go. What are you looking at? Do you have a notice that has today's date on it?
No, Your Honor, I think Michelle called and asked if we could utilize that date. And then I think she may have set it back into September rather than August.
All right. Well, Mr. Farler, I will see you in a month.
Well, quick question, Your Honor.
All right.
Insofar as leave, this is one of those cases where there's improvements to a residential property without a license. Got to establish those factually before moving for summary. Can we get leave granted because?
Yes, you have leave to pursue discovery in this matter.
Okay, thank you.
You can do a little brief order to that effect.
Okay.
All right. I will see you guys in a month. And Andrew, I'll put you in the waiting room. You can hang up if you wish to. All right. Good morning, everyone else. I'm sorry we got a little deferred there. We have somebody that was a month early. But we've got two Larkins cases. We've got two sets of defendants here. You're Cody Schatzow?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Selena Haley?
Yes, Your Honor.
And we've also got Justin Warner present.
Yes.
All right. You're each charged with non-payment of rent. Your landlord wants you to pay your rent current or to move. And so in each case, as a defendant in a landlord-tenant proceeding, including non-payment of rent, you have the following legal rights. You have the right to obtain counsel for representation in this matter. If you cannot afford an attorney, a legal aid attorney may be available to help you. You have a right to a trial by a jury or by the court, just a bench trial. If the action is for non-payment of rent, and if you are eligible for any emergency assistance, you may not need the judgment to get that assistance. The summons and complaint should be sufficient, although the state sometimes disagrees with that, DHS. At any rate, you've got the summons and complaint, which is why you're here. If the plaintiff is agreeable, the Citizens Mediation Services, Inc. may be available as a possible source of case resolution. If both parties are agreeable to mediation, the court can help facilitate that and set it up. If you do reach an agreement with the plaintiff and a consent judgment is entered by the court, you would waive the rights listed above, but have the following additional rights. The judgment could not be enforced until 3 business days had passed. If you misunderstood what you consented to or what you were waiving, your motion to set aside the judgment could be set for a hearing before the judge, me. But if the judge didn't rule in your favor, the original judgment would stand. Some of that language doesn't make much sense in the abstract, but if we get to that point, I'll explain it further. Anyway, Mr. Schatzow and Miss Haley are here. Mr. Larkins is here and Caitlin is here. What's the current arrearage?
For Cody and Selena, it is $3,935.18.
$3,935
Yes.
through August.
Yes.
The notice to quit was served back in early June, and rent apparently hasn't been paid since mid-April. What's your position, Miss Haley and Mr. Schatzow?
Well, the situation, I had ended up, our car broke down, and so I had to find a ride to work. We had to find a ride to work. And then our ride ended up quitting. So then we had no way to get there. And it's
all right. So it's a situation where you wish to stay there, but you just don't have the money.
Yeah.
But we actually, both of us have recently been through the second steps of getting into international paper. We just have to go to IMED and do our physical.
Good. April to August is a long time to go without paying any rent. Your rent is $860 per month. And so obviously he's got his overhead and he needs either you to get paid or for you to move. The law requires that I set this for a second hearing. This is relatively new. It came during COVID, but the law requires I set this for a second hearing at least 7 days from today, which would be next Friday, August 18th. And I've got a lot in there. I started at 8:30 again. Mr. Larkins, are you available at 10:15 next Friday?
10:15. Yes. Oh, we'll be on Friday. It's my anniversary. But yeah.
All right. Well, you probably won't be going out for breakfast, so we'll set this for 10:15 on 8/18. Now, as for the tenants, the law says we get one 7-day adjournment for you to seek legal advice or other funding sources. If you don't get if they get what they asked for, I would give you until August 28th to move, or you would be subject to being evicted. Of course, on September 1st, another $860 of rent is due. He can agree to work with you to get caught up on the rent, but right now it's kind of illusory. You're not working. You may potentially have a job at International Paper, both of you. That job pays well, but you're weeks away from having your first paycheck. And he may not wish to wait that long because you got to get a paycheck. I'm sure you got a bunch of other bills. So the option will be on the 18th of August to either pay the rent or move out. He can agree to work with you to get caught up on the rent, but he does not have to. So we will discuss this further. You did a good job of logging in early. You got away from the window. I can see you and hear you clearly. So we'll discuss this further next Friday at 8:15. And at that point, the number will be the same, $3,935 plus costs, which are going to be 55 and 37. 39. And then just a few days later, September's rent will be due. So you can certainly discuss this with him in the meantime, but we will make further record on this next Friday at 10:15. Are you available then?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
All right. I'll see you then. You're good to go. Hopefully you'll get in at International Paper. They're starting at about $20 an hour with overtime.
Mhm.
People are making pretty good money there. All right. You're good to go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Warner, you're kind of in the same boat. This is a non-payment of rent case. The file number is 23949LT. The other house was on, this is the same building, 601 8th Street. I can't picture this building. It's got 2 apartments in it.
Yeah.
To do part.
Down the corner. Bought it off of, it used to belong to Will Roberts.
Okay. I think he's getting out of the landlord business.
Yeah, I bought them all from him.
Did you really? How many?
9 units, 6 buildings maybe.
All right. Well, let's talk about this. Caitlin, how much is the arrearage here?
3,585.
Through August?
Correct.
Mr. Warner, what's your position?
I'm back in January. I had a little bit of medical issues. I was working at Walmart as a team lead, and I went through some medical problems. I'm back currently working full time. I have help through DHS. I receive cash assistance. I have the means to pay the rent. I'm just working with DHS right now, trying to get help with the arrearages.
Very good.
I have the help. I have to have the paperwork. I'm assuming.
That's why they started doing the 7-day adjournment. When all the COVID money was available, we had a period of about 1.5 years where there was a lot of money to rescue landlords and tenants, pay their rent. People got thousands, $8,000, $7,000 worth of back rent paid. It was good for the landlords and good for the tenants. Well, that money's all run out. There's some very small pools of emergency housing money at DHS, and it sounds like you're working on that. So again, we're going to continue this matter to 8/18 at 10:25. Continue to work with DHS. Now, the only thing that will pay this Well, that will cure this is paying the entire amount. Now you're paid week to week. So Caitlin, that 3585 is through what date?
That is through today.
Through August 11th. So there's going to be another $450 or so before we address this further. So anyway, we will address it further. Share this information with your worker at DHS. Between your wages and resources and DHS, maybe you can get all of this paid. If not, I'm going to give you a date next Friday, 10 days from that date, which would be August 28th, to either pay the rent or move. All right. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
All right. Anything further, Mr. Larkins?
No, Your Honor.
All right. I'll see you both next Friday morning. And I'll remember to wish your wife a happy anniversary that day.
Thank you.
All right. You're good
Have a
to
good day.
go. Thank you.